and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Never a Phase Network is proud to present to you the #1 emo podcast in the world. I probably have to fudge some numbers to make that one true. Either way, welcome to Emo Kids Anonymous. I'm your host, Rob LaFoon. Special shout out to my co-host, Amanda, who could not be here today. Special shout out to our executive producer, Catherine, on the boards. Today, we got a special guest, one of the most requested, most sought after guests, I'd say, in show history. We've been doing a little dance around each other for a while now, and I'm happy to say I'm finally here to present you with the Dear Maryanne interview. Yup, that's right. We got Freddy, Daniel, and Danny. Oh, the whole gang here as we chit-chat there at Mike Newton from Summerbruise's place. And we were able to catch up, talk about their new EP, their upcoming tour, the history of the band, the scene at large, and so much more. Another great episode where I just feel like I met my new best friends. Before we get to all that, do us a favor, though. Follow us on the internet. You can find the links down there. Subscribe to the pod, prescribe the pod, do all that kind of stuff. We got Discord, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Facebook. No, we don't have a fucking Facebook. I'm just fucking with you. Anyways, this episode, as all episodes of Emo Kids Anonymous, is brought to you by our friends over at Brotegé, okay? You go over to brotegé.com, you enter Emo Kids at checkout, you get your first bottle of Brotegé for only $10. After that, you enter Rob40 at checkout, you get that shit for 40% off, okay? Brotegé is the all-in-one face serum. It'll take your face from fucky to fresh. I know you guys recently saw our episode with Gabe Saporta. We go over the history of Brotegé there. If you haven't heard that episode yet, I'd go check it out, as well as our other ones last week. We had Almondsville, Madison, aka Quartz Morgan, aka Quincy Motorola, aka the other Taylor Swift from Ogbert the Nerd. And, we've been doing some cool shit over here. And Amanda will be gone for the next couple weeks. She's on some work for her other job that gives her money, so we got to let her go do that shit, okay? In the meantime, I'm doing my best to hold down the fort for you, okay? Now, with all that being said, here's my interview with Dear Maryanne.
And I wear black and gray so I don't have to see the curves of my body, they don't appeal to me.
Welcome to the show. I've been waiting for a Dear Maryanne appearance for many, many months, so introduce yourself to these nice people.
What up? I'm Freddy.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Danny.
And we are Dear Maryanne.
It's true.
That was incredibly done. Wow, that was like you guys have done that for like
we
top,
practiced
top 40 radio
We've
stations
been running
and shit.
drills
And you're
all
listening
morning.
and you're listening to Hook Up FM. So I'm straight up. I've told Freddy this, but like before this show started, you guys, before like when I first downloaded TikTok, I wasn't doing anything related to music stuff, and your shit popped up before anything. And you guys kind of indirectly probably led to part of this show happening. So thank you.
Wow.
That is absurd.
It's an honor.
That's cool.
I remember popping up and being like, oh, like, because I knew some of the bands like in our world. Like I knew a lot of shit through like Franzia's mom, like Keegan from Camp Trash.
Yeah,
He popped up and I was just like, oh, I was like, these motherfuckers are back on their emo shit. Oh, there's a whole world out there.
Yeah.
Kind of
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
So-
It is awesome.
So where are you guys at now? I mean, obviously you're in a van. Is this a crime thing or a tour thing?
It's kind of a little bit of
I
both.
was gonna say.
Right
yeah.
now we're actually outside of Mike from Summerbruise's house. We're staying with him in Indianapolis, and we're gonna be playing a show tonight at Healer. And so yeah, we're doing a small run to Burn Bright in Milwaukee. And then there's like a week off, and then we're gonna go on the Great Value tour with Dear Cincinnati. You got the Dear Cincinnati hat, rocking it.
I was gonna say, no, you're going on tour with, I think every band that is on that tour except for Arcadia Gray has been on that show. Like you got Pretty Bitter on there too. Maybe the best tour. Like last year, there was a lot of heaters in the fall, and there's a lot this spring. But you guys might have the best lineup. How did this fucking lineup come together?
Honestly, Pat from Save the Cat.
Yeah,
like
our booking agent is just a legend at what they do. It's awesome.
yeah. So like
Know a lot of people.
I forget exactly what happened. We were kind of like waiting to see if anybody would want to bring us out on tour, and Pat does this thing where they're like, okay, we're gonna like see if we get a support offer or whatever offer or whatever, and they're like, but if that doesn't come through, let me like put together a bunch of stuff, like put some holds in spots and start reaching out to bands. And so this was purely hypothetical for a while, and then all of a sudden it was just like a real thing that was happening. And
Insane.
and yeah, it was like for I think first was like Arcadia Gray was down, and then equipment was down to do it. And then See Through Person was originally supposed to be on it, which is like
Oh yeah.
tragic that they weren't able to. But and then Pretty Bitter and Okay Cool came along, and then we managed to get Dear Cincinnati, which was like the biggest W on the planet. Um, and so yeah, it was all thanks to
That's
Pat.
sick.
Like we had ideas of like who we would want to take out, but Pat actually made it all happen.
Pat,
Yeah.
it's fun. Like when I was playing in bands, booking agents were kind of the fucking devil. Like these dudes were
Yeah.
like greaseballs in like sweatpants, like the kind of dudes you'd see outside a gas station asking you for cigarettes. And like I just assumed this for so long. And I swear you're like the 20th band to talk about Pat. And now it's at a point where like I'm texting Pat, like literally the last few days about putting on like an event out here, and just like
Oh,
the biggest
sick.
sweetheart. He's like, we should talk, blah blah blah. Like,
It's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, Pat, yeah,
Yeah.
me and Pat are gonna cook something up too. I gotta get some of
What
this Pat
what
energy.
amazes me about Pat is just the amount of connections that they have. Like it's all across the country. And, like they've just got
Right?
spots in every state. Like you're like, I
Normally, if you
know this many people and retain all of these
I,
relationships in such a fantastic way. Like
I
it's
try to imagine doing this stuff ourselves, and like
yeah.
I can't keep in my head what is going on like next week. Like so to like plan all this stuff out months in
right,
advance and like coordinate all these different dates and all these bands. Like I don't see how we could do it ourselves.
No, yeah.
just the idea of knowing like what venue. Like, I mean, you guys are from Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck do you know about venues in Southern California, kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like, you would know where
Yeah.
to like, you know, like it's just like, no, these are legit ones. These are ones you get paid at. These are the ones where people blah blah blah. Like, it's no, insane. Most booking agents, I feel like, have like a region on lock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Pat is like nationwide, and like for us, it's like, yeah, we know that like, I mean, chain reaction doesn't exist anymore, which is super tragic. But like, we know that places like
Rest in
Chain
peace.
Reaction exist, but it's like we would just send like their talent buyer like an email, and then it would probably get like lost in a stack of
Like,
stuff. It's like
hey, we're Dear Maryanne. Can we please play a show with
exactly.
you? Like,
Yeah, or if you get a response, they assume you're Giacomo Locals. They're like, great, here's 50
Yeah,
pre-sales,
yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, yeah.
And so having
that's
somebody
chain
like,
reaction.
yeah, like having somebody like Pat that is just so willing to work with DIY bands and give them that leg up, because yeah, booking on your own, it's like that sort of painful experience times however many shows you want to do. And for
Right?
somebody like
Yeah.
Pat, it's just like they have the list of contacts and they have friends and stuff like that. And then yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
sick. You
and
guys.
frankly,
So
like we
last minute
oh
edition
yeah.
was Dear Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I had a meeting. I'll tell you off air, but I had a meeting with a prominent figure in the music industry last week, and I spent like 15 minutes of the 60 just glazing Dear Cincinnati. Like, these are
As
the
you
kids you
should.
need to sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, throw us bands. A lot of the bands in your world, like, they're kind of afraid of labels and stuff. I'm like, Dear Cincinnati aren't. So call them. They
Yeah.
want to be in
Yeah.
fucking stadiums. They want to be Taking Back Sunday. Like,
Yeah. And they have that sound that I feel like could scale up really easily to like just
right? It's
yeah.
translatable.
Yeah.
It won't totally scare the normies away.
Yeah, no, but they also have that edge. They've got that like DIY rawness, but it's also just like in a
yeah.
package that's like very it's not intimidating, it's easily consumable.
I mean, I think it's just like
Digestible, yeah.
heartfelt, and it's like it comes from someone who like loves this music and like
Yeah.
knows exactly what they want to do. Like that's the vibe I get from every song.
Right? Yeah. And they're just so, I mean, just the age thing too freaks me out, kind of thing, where I'm like, wow, like
It's
when
unbelievable.
Troy was on tour with Thoughts on Bowling, and I like cornered him after the show for like 30 minutes, just like unking him, being like, right now there's one hot mulligan. In 5 years, there's going to be 8 hot mulligans. You guys
Yeah,
could be one of
yeah.
the hot mulligans.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Troy is so fucking chill. It's absurd. Like I was also worried about the age thing because like like we're like they're both 29, I'm 30, so we're unks in the scene, and like but
Yeah.
he's super easy to talk to and like just really nice dude, and I never feel like I'm old like when I'm talking to
No.
even like Thoughts on Bowling, like they're just
Yeah.
chillers.
Yeah, well, I will say, Berkeley from Thoughts on Bullying, he came on here and he just gaslit the shit out of me for an hour. Everything.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
like,
Thoughts on that actually.
yeah, I'm like, I can't tell when this kid's fucking with me. Like, I really had me twisted up in a pretzel, but I enjoyed every second. Yeah. No,
He's got that deadpan
they're good
delivery
kids.
where it's just like a serious statement sounds the exact same as like a joke.
Right? And he
Yeah.
has this like sweet earnestness to him. Like if I said something to myself, I'd look at myself and be like, oh, "You're fucking with, like I don't trust you." But like I'm like, "Oh, this is the sweetest boy." Like he's being very honest and thoughtful here. Yeah. No, he's a terrorist. He's a trickster. So you guys are 29, 30. What's the Dear Maryanne origin story here? How's the band start?
Cool.
I mean, we've been friends forever. Like we've been buds.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, me and Freddy used to walk home from school together in elementary school. So like coming back to like second,
Sick.
third, fourth grade. I think Danny went to a
I
different
met-
elementary school,
yeah,
but
I
like
met you guys in middle school.
yeah, he met us in middle school.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like music was kind of always a part of all of our lives. I started playing drums around 16. And Freddie had been messing with guitar and
I didn't.
We actually got like I got my guitar and you got your drums like the same year.
yeah, so when we kind of started
Sick.
jamming together, because I mean,
Well,
I never,
I didn't pick up a guitar until way later,
Yeah.
but I was living with Daniel, and he
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, I was doing nothing. I was like, not doing anything with myself and just living at crashing at his place. And he was like, you should learn drums. And I was like, well, that's something to do. And
Yeah.
it was going okay. But I'm not good at drums. So I started picking up the guitar, and I think that kind of lit a fire in Freddie, who put it down for a little bit
Yeah.
to kind of get back into it.
That's
And
sick.
like, luckily we had Daniel's place to like, that was where we were first doing our first jams. Like,
It was like literally in his childhood bedroom that like we would hang out at as like kids. So like the origin is kind of like me
Sick.
and Daniel both get our instruments at like 16. Danny moves in with Daniel at like what, 20, 21?
yeah.
And Daniel gets Danny into like guitar and stuff, and Danny starts writing songs. And then I went through a breakup in like late 2020.
I was in a
And
miserable relationship for a while.
yeah, and then I remembered that my friends existed, and I started hanging out with them again.
Yeah, right? You're like, oh shit, yeah. I was kind of a different person for those 12 to 24 months. Wow.
Yeah, for real.
Good times are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And pretty quickly we started like picking up instruments and jamming together. And Danny had some like great songs written, and so we started working on those. And of course, like I was like, hey, if he can fucking write good shit, I can write good shit too. And so I started trying to write some songs, and then it all just like really slowly started to become a real thing, because like the expectations of like this being something serious were non-existent at the beginning.
Yeah, this was all like during COVID, kind of
Sick.
like when we first started getting together. And then our first show was like, as soon as, shows were happening again.
Yeah.
And so that was like a really exciting time to get into the scene, because there was so much energy, like pent up energy, and people were so excited to like be playing shows and stuff. And so,
Mhm.
I mean, I think we
It
felt
almost felt like it was like a reset or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah. But yeah, those first shows were funny. Me and Freddie both played guitar. We didn't have a bass.
True.
We didn't own one,
That's
so
right.
Yeah, it was fucking rough. We were covering Your Graduation
yeah,
by Modern
Sad.
Baseball. and it was-
Very poorly too.
Oh, it was
well.
brutal.
it was rough.
Oh.
But somehow we made friends anyway who liked what we were doing somehow.
Yeah, shout out Blame It on Whitman and Jerry's Got Jokes from the Boston scene. Our first ever show was basically Daniel's doom metal band was playing a show, and they had a band drop, and they asked us if we wanted to do it, and we had never played a show before, and we were pretty intimidated, and we play the show, and we meet Blame It on Whitman and Jerry's Got Jokes, and they were just like immediately taking us under their wing, and like just really friendly and like really encouraging, and it just made us feel like, hey, maybe this is actually like a place where we can belong. And like both of those bands are like our best friends to this day, and they helped us record our first.
Yeah.
They didn't help us. They literally recorded.
They
our
did
first
everything
EP.
for us.
Yeah.
Completely for free. They recorded our first EP.
Damn. That's
yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful. What a nice, like, in a matter of 5 years to go from like slipping into a show like that to like, and people taking you under their wing, and now like you guys are kind of doing like you very quickly, I feel like have become elder statesman isn't the word, you know what I mean? But like I talk to younger bands, they respect you guys a lot.
It's really hard to figure out how we ended up in the position that we're in,
I
for
feel like
sure.
but there's a lot of things that went right that had no business going right. There's a ton of luck involved. Like just the fact that we're friends in the first place, and then everything that happened after that, like, was just like just happened in the exact right way that and now we're like not sure what's happening, but I love it. Like,
we say yes. to
Yeah,
opportunity.
it does not fully make sense to me. But I think one of our things is that like we all have like the same level of commitment, and so I feel like we just kept doing this thing where we were like, okay, let's keep pushing it further and like keep pushing it further and keep trying to write better shit and like take every show opportunity. And like I do really like emphasize the luck thing, because I feel like we just took all those opportunities, and then like so many of them ended up being that like exact scenario that worked out really well for us. Like for example, we had another show opportunity from like somebody having to drop last second. That was Oolong's album release show in Providence, Rhode Island, and Moose Creek Park, and this band something Pine,
Pine Grove.
no, not Pine Grove. No, they're a sick fucking
Pine.
Old Pine. Yeah.
Pine.
Oh my God, they're so fucking good. But that's how we like met Moose Creek Park for the first time, and obviously Oolong as well.
we got hot dogs after. It was cool.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
It was actually like that was our
What
first
did we put on the
dog band
dogs?
scene that we love. And
Oh wait,
so I was just sorry.
what was that?
What did you guys put on the dogs? What are we putting on the dogs here?
It's like a Rhode Island thing. Hot wieners. You do like
Like
onions,
chili and onions.
chili and onions. Yeah, yeah. They call them hot wieners. You can't call them anything else.
There's like some sort of like
Interesting.
celery.
Yeah,
thing
celery salt too. Yeah.
Celery salt. It's like it's called like
Wow.
it's Onlyville, New York system wieners. You can't call them hot dogs. They're
Yeah.
wieners.
But you were saying like how quick this all happened, and like that was our first show with like bands in the scene that like we've been looking up to, and like it was totally starstruck moment for us,
Yeah.
and like now we get to go on tour with those guys, and like we've made so many new friends, and it's like it's happened fast, and it's all been very cool the whole time.
I'll say from like the outside looking in, I think a lot of your success also has to come down to the fact that you guys are really, really fucking likable and sweethearts to the scene. You know what I mean? Like it's. I think everyone in our scene, like that I've dealt with, literally everyone. Only one person I can think of is Dick, and he wasn't part of our scene. He's in some fucking cover band. But like everyone is a sweetheart. But like you guys have a very nurturing nature. Like we had this last week. We had so this is gonna come out on Monday. And of the 3 interviews we had the week before, 2 of them talk about you guys. And one of them is Almondsville. Like I was talking to Almondsville Jake yesterday, and very much just like the way, he's like, oh, like I did these, the impersonations, and we got all these listens. I'm thinking about how many more the other bands got. And I'm like, yeah, those guys, Freddy owes you some pennies. He's like, no, I owe Freddy. You know what I mean? He did so much for me,
dude.
blah, blah, blah. Like just like sweethearts. And I mean, I jokingly, I call you and your girlfriend the first family of emo, just because it's like you guys are sweet. You guys are like you make people feel safe.
That's good. I like that. And shout out to Almondsville, because like, so we've like obviously had like a lot of different social media stuff happen, but I can count on one hand the amount of social media things that had a noticeable spike in our like listeners and stuff. And that was like one of the biggest spikes we've ever had, was him impersonating us. And like
Sick.
we just appreciate the shit out of that. And like it's cool. We hung out with him at the Richmond, Virginia show. We were playing at this like, it was so funny because it was like this burrito bar that seemed like it was going to be like one of those shows that you're like, all right, we're a touring band and like we're playing at the burrito bar. And then it ended up being lit as hell. It was fucking awesome. And yeah, Jake is so chill.
Sick. What is the worst show you guys have had?
Let's see, there's
Hot Mama's Canteen was rough.
Well, I mean, because I'm thinking like the second Raven show, that was rough.
Oh, okay, that is
way
the
back.
one.
I mean, it's a local show, so like you kind of expect it to be bad, but this was like as bad as it could go. And it was kind of made worse because we played this one venue. It's called the Raven in Worcester, and we played one weekend, and it's like we were like this was in our extremely local era, but people like kind of came out. It was the first time that like
Yeah.
like we were like selling stuff, and people were like had known us. People knew us before they came to the show, and that was like
That was
the first time that
I
ever
think
happened.
the first time, yeah.
And it was crazy. Like the high was crazy. And then 1 or 2 weeks later,
It was literally 1 week later.
which probably wasn't a good idea, but we played the same venue again 1 week later.
Sick.
And it was like the local show of all local shows. No one there, like except
Yeah.
the other bands.
The other bands were like super chill, but it was just like different genres, and the crowd, there was none. There were people sitting at the bar that were like bar regulars. Like, I don't even think they got charged. I don't even think they got charged for tickets.
Yeah.
And there was one moment where we used to have this joke of like I don't know, it wasn't even a joke. It was just like, y'all like rock and roll, like we're rocking and rolling, and this woman at the bar was just like, this isn't rock and roll. And we were like, God damn, we're dying up here. Also, the kicker
Tell that
was
man to
that
stop crying up there. We're here for the blues.
yeah. The kicker was that like we had an hour-long slot, and for some reason we felt super obligated to fill it entirely, and we did not. We had probably 25 minutes worth of like good songs.
Oh man.
Really, really stretching it out. That's
Like,
that's rough. So we have a new EP coming out March 3rd, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's his
Yeah.
birthday, by the
How did
way.
this happen?
Oh, good
Well,
question.
happy
was-
fucking birthday. What a beautiful way to celebrate your birthday.
Uh,
Opening yourself up to judgment to the world as you release art.
I was like, it's gonna go one of two ways, but we'll hope for the best.
Right?
I think we all like really wanted to get like a few new songs out.
Yeah.
Obviously we're gonna be touring a lot in the spring, so having some fresh stuff, especially like because we did a lot of singles last year, so we wanted to have a little package of stuff. But we kind
Collection,
of
yeah.
had a bunch of half finished ideas, and then we were like, you know what, let's just book the studio time and just like give ourselves like a month and a half to do turn all these half finished ideas into songs. And it kind of, I think it worked out.
I think they sound good. I'm excited
I'm really
about it.
excited, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all of our like, I guess, direction that we have when we hit a studio is like, we just have to put this together, and we either limit ourselves in time in the studio or time with development of the mixing and mastering after the fact. And this one was a real crunch because we did final mixing notes 2 weeks after we recorded in the studio. So
Yeah, shout out Nick Sarantino on Long Island. He recorded Summerbruise's last album.
Fitting,
Absolute fucking banger. And so first off, we hit him up like a month out from when we absolutely needed the studio time. And he was like, well, and then
He's
I
kind of
was
a
like,
busy guy.
he is a
He's
busy
very
guy. Yeah,
busy
he's
dude.
like in demand. And
it's really good.
and I was like, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But like, let's just give it a shot. And he was like, I think I can move some things and we can like do this. And so that was like the first miracle. And then we like recorded for 3 days and it went pretty well. And then, yeah, mixing took like, it was like 2 weeks. Like he was like, it took him a little bit to get like the first mixes back to us. And then we would send him mix notes, and within 2 hours, he would have a new mix for us. And so we were really able to just like get everything done really fast. And I feel like he understands the sound that we're going for really well. So that made things a lot more efficient. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff on this EP that was just like, how did we make this happen? You know?
And to be fair, like some of these song ideas like are literally like years old. We just never, like I think the deadline for us and our workflow, I guess you'd call it, like having the deadline help be like, okay, like let's actually do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clean up the half-baked songs kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like otherwise we'll just keep working on
What
them.
makes
Like
right. Yeah, no, if you don't force that deadline on yourself, like you're just gonna keep tinkering with it, and honestly, you're probably gonna fuck it up, like
exactly.
like the song had a point where it was perfect, and Nick seems to be like, I think of like it's like Billy, Nick, and Gary Cioni. Like those are the three guys
Yeah.
right now, like in our world. What makes Nick so special in the studio?
Well, first of all, I do want to say he's a sweetheart. Like just
Yeah.
like the second you meet him, he's like just you feel like he's your friend, a safe person to talk to. Like just
Yeah.
I love that man. So first of all, that.
Yeah, and like and this was hard for us the first time. He is not afraid to give feedback. He's not afraid to ask to hear something a certain way. Like there's stuff where we just play it the way that we play it because like that's how we came up with it. But he would do stuff like, "Hey Freddie, maybe you should like do your guitar like more matching with the drums or something like that." Like, okay, it sounds really basic from how I'm explaining it right now, but it's just these little
but yeah.
things that make it bouncier or make it like hit a little bit better.
Sometimes you'll do something and I'll be like, okay, so why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing it that way? You're like,
What's the
I didn't think about it, but then
what the fuck were you
help you
thinking?
think about it.
Yeah.
So and then you kind of like, and he'd never like, he's very like he's making the song that you want to make.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
like he's not afraid to throw ideas in the ring and like work together to come up with something that sounds really fucking good. So
And to Danny's point about when he's asking why are you doing it like that, it's because he's trying to understand what effect you're trying to have at that point in the song. So
Yeah.
like he's really meeting you in the middle
Yeah, he's
as an
inquiring.
engineer and as a producer.
Of course.
So it's been really helpful for us
Yeah.
for sure.
And you guys see the song, like, I mean, you made it up. It's your baby. You're like living inside of the song. When you bring in someone like that, they're like outside of it as a
Mhm.
consumer, but also like as part of the, like the fourth member there, where it's kind of like, well,
Yeah.
as an
Yeah.
expert here, like
Yeah.
maybe we switch this transition or drop the bridge, like 4 bars or something like that. Like, if you thought about it.
yeah. The best and the worst part is when you're like doing something for a long time and you're attached to it, and then he's like, "Well, why don't you try it this way?" And you're like, "Fine." And then you do it, and you're like, "Oh man, that sounds really good."
Yeah, yeah.
Way better.
That's way better.
Right? Yeah.
There were so many things like that just like instantly clicked. Like I feel like he'll suggest a lot of stuff that just instantly works, and then also like we don't do a lot of like actually practicing harmonies at practice, and so we end up in the studio with like vague harmony ideas. And so like there was one example where I was trying out a harmony and I was like, I'm just gonna go for this, and like if it sucks, like get rid of it. And I tried it and he was like, no, like that's a thing, like let's do it a couple more times, but like definitely try that. And then there was another time where it was actually for the recent EP, on the song Ring to the Ringer, where I was like trying to find a harmony that would work, and I tried something out, and he was like slumped down in his chair, and he was just like, I don't think it's working for me. And I knew immediately that, okay, we should not keep going in this direction. And so I didn't have to like do this like go back and forth of like, oh, maybe I can just get it right though. Like maybe I can just get it good. He helps you make those like important decisions.
No, that's beautiful to have. And it'll probably like pay off, Who did you guys do the last run of singles and the EP with? Like, are those
The last
more at
run of
home?
singles was with Nick as well. Except for so PS Please Call Me and No One's Gonna Love You were with Nick. Taste Like Your Basement and Hope Ave Cemetery were with our buddy Darren Haw, who works with Adjust the Sales a lot. And he was awesome. He like offered to do it. Yeah, he offered to do it for us for free. And it was really cool to be able to just like jump in the studio and like rip it. And then the EP was with Alex Allenson, who's a Cambridge guy that Daniel had recorded with previously. And yeah, he's just a powerhouse producer.
Yeah, he's worked with Mall Cops before.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned Adjust the Sales, because the same thing I said about you guys about like the warmth and the like Shane has the same thing where I feel like kind of like he called Derek from Trash the president of emo, but the more I've thought about, like, I've been putting together like a Mount Rushmore of current like emo like figures, and it's like mine right now is like Derek from Trash, Shane from Adjust the Sales, Freddy. I don't know who the fourth one. We're just like you guys are the
Mike from Summerbruise.
I might put Madison from Ogbert in there just on principle.
Madison from Ogbert is an icon. I feel like it's like some of these people, I feel like one of the issues is that there are so many icons and so many like legends, and some of
Yes.
them just like aren't as active on social media. So I feel like if you're out there at the shows or you're out there in the scene, you will know these legends. But like if you're just like consuming stuff from your phone, like they might not come on your radar. Which is like I feel like a Mike from
Yeah,
Summerbruise type thing of like everybody in the scene knows and loves Mike from Summerbruise, but he's not like, hey everybody, it's Mike from Summerbruise.
That's how he talks.
Yeah.
that was a great Mike impression. He does. Yeah, he sounds just like that.
Gonna have to show that to him for sure.
No, it's Mike and Madison are two people that like when I had them Madison especially, like I interviewed Madison last week, and like normally I like run like an hour, you know, whatever, but like the Madison interview just was 2 hours of us just like talking shit about stuff, and then it ends and I'm like, man, I wish I grew up in New Jersey. Like I feel like we should be friends. It was the same thing with Mike where it's like I'm like, we're doing emo, but we're making it a little more weaker thans with like more wrestling references and more like existentialism. Like, yeah, this is like a targeted attack on me. Like, this is my guy.
So good.
I want
Big
to
shout.
play a game with you guys that I just thought of the other day. I'm
Okay,
going to
cool.
mention a band, and I want the first thought that comes to your mind when I mention this band.
Oh fuck.
Are we ready? We're gonna we'll keep it easy with some tour mates first. Equipment.
First one that came to my mind was Nerdy.
Sick.
They-
Summerbruise.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
I was gonna say whimsical.
That too.
I was gonna
Wins-
say
Either one. Arcadia Gray.
What was that? Arcadia Gray?
Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers. Is this just word association?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm just doing
Yeah,
word.
just word association.
We're fucking horrific.
Super
at this
Beautiful,
game.
beautiful.
is what I'm going.
I've never
with.
played the game, so this is the first time. You're doing great. You're
That's
doing great.
crazy.
Kerosene Heights.
Stated nothing. What was it?
The cool. That's the first word that comes to my mind with Kerosene Heights.
That's true.
They look so.
That's
fucking
mine
cool.
too. That's
Their
mine
fan
too.
is cool. Their poster behind you is cool.
I'm like, when they were here in the fall with Trash, I had too many drinks in me, and thankfully I couldn't find him. But I asked Chance, I was like, "Where's Phil from Side One?" I was just gonna go up to Phil and just like berate him, like, you need to put all your money behind fucking Kerosene Heights and then Summerbrew. Like, 'cause it's just like, I'm like, they're the coolest band I've ever seen. Like, Chance looks fucking cool. Justin looks cool. Elle is like beating the fuck out of the bass guitar. Benji's back there wearing glasses, looking like the coolest motherfucker you've ever seen in your life. I'm just like, yo, that's a rock band you get a poster for. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
All right. Last one in the word association, because I am curious here. I gotta cook up a good one. Sorry. Let's go with playing Burn Bright as well, I believe. Combat.
Ooh. I mean, chillers for sure.
I'm trying to come up with a word association. I feel like this is supposed to be so snappy, and we're thinking about it so hard.
I mean, they had us
On the TV when they do it, they cut out the in between time. There's no way people do this that snappy. I don't know.
No, they literally like allowed us into their home like after meeting us for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like Mike and Stanley from Summerbruise were also there, but like they're just captains of the scene. Like they really give a fuck. Like they run a freaking sober DIY space, all ages. Like I don't know, they just like really give a fuck both about the scene and their music, and yeah, they're unfuckwithable.
That's wild too, because same thing as like a Cincinnati, like just so young.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they've been at it for so long. Like I think they've been around longer than us.
Yeah, I think Combat was like maybe one of the first DIY bands we interviewed, and like oddly enough is also like one of my favorites. And my just biggest takeaway is like Holden is like a mutant. Like he has like the brain of like a 60. You know, he's been alive for like 60 years in his head or something like that. Like the level of like Like I remember me and Amanda just both being like, we're very impressed with this young man. God damn. Like he's pulling out like Guided by Voices references and stuff like that. I'm like, who is this kid?
It's wild. Like I listened to that album and I'm like, how the fuck? I just don't understand.
Right. Speaking of records, what collectively, what were the favorite Dear Maryanne records of 2025?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's tough because a ton of good shit came out in the fall. And it was very hard to
Yeah,
rank.
the fall was fucked up. It kind of messed it up for the spring. Yeah, you kind of forget
Yeah.
about like
I was-
Charmer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, Blame It on the Weather was probably, but the Kerosene Heights was like probably my number one. I listened to that over and over and over again. I still do. I fucking love it.
Yeah, it is really fucking good.
Infinity Guys by Summerbruise, obviously.
I was gonna
is
say
like, that's another one that I just play over and over and
yeah.
over again.
Yeah, we got like early listening privileges to Infinity Guys, and it was playing constantly in the van. Oh man, I'm trying to think of what
I'm gonna have
else.
to second Danny's Infinity Guys because that was.
Me when I'm forgetting every single. Oh, the fucking Saturdays at Your Place record. I feel like, not that it's slept on, because obviously they're fucking massive, but just like on fucking DIY Twitter, like I feel like it's getting love, but it deserves even more love. Like that is a beautiful
I
record.
think it's taken for granted almost.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it for sure.
Like
Also,
I
I
feel
Oh
like
my god, Parade.
so good.
Parade actually is my album of the year. I think.
It's like
There we
literally just a cluster of bands that are just in the number one spot, and I'm just stuffing them all in there because
you guys named my top. I think my top 4 last year did literally. It was like Kerosene, Infinity Guys, Parade. These things happen. Yeah, that was my top 4.
String Theory.
Yeah, String Theory was amazing. Dusty was going fucking for hours at a time for me. That was amazing.
Sick.
Yeah, it was. We were eating well this past fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. It was a good time, yeah, for this show. I'm like, wow, this is like it's like a constant run of like, I've been worried this whole time. Like, eventually we're gonna have a band on, and like, I'm not gonna like their we're gonna book them, and then they're gonna send the record over, and I'm not really gonna fucking like it.
Just wait until you hear about it.
It hasn't happened yet, right? Your shit better be fucked up. Like,
Oh boy.
no pressure or anything. So what's the plan after this tour then? I mean, the tour is going to eat up. We're talking like, was that 2 months long right now?
It's like we've got a little break in the middle, and then
so we're gonna be gone this week. We're doing Burn Bright and shows around that. We'll be back home for 10 days, and then we'll be back out on the road for 5 months.
5 months.
5 months. 5 weeks. The other kind of
5 weeks on the Great Value
It's like,
tour.
damn, you guys doing like Australasian stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, mostly Oceania.
We're like playing block by block. We're going to cities and we're just playing one show per block.
But like 5 weeks.
It's gonna
for the Great
take
Value
a while.
Tour. And then we do have like a full month off before the Kerosene run in May.
That we're super excited about too.
And then after that, it's kind of up in the air. I think we're gonna get into LP1 writing mode.
I don't know if that was a secret or not, but our plan is to buckle down and write an actual full-length record. So that's that's the plan.
Damn. So we might get an EP in March and then an album at the end of the year, or it'd probably be early next.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the timeline's gonna look like because we've been so like sporadic with releasing music, and we do want to be like a little bit like, we don't want to go into like writing the album with like, oh, this is gonna be our magnum opus, and, like, everything's gonna have like, but like we want it to have like a little bit more like cohesion, or like maybe some themes and stuff like that. And so we want, every single time we've recorded, it has been such just a cram fest. And so we want the first LP to be like, to give ourselves a little bit more time to put it all together and really like feel like we're confident that this is a decision that we're making because we want to, and not because like we have to, because we're on this fucking tight timeline.
No, of course. And
But
especially
we,
too, I imagine like watching your peers make cool records too. You're probably like, like that's got to inspire you as well. Like like you're talking about like Blame It on the Weather. Like that's a record, baby. That front to back,
Yeah,
you put that like you get that on vinyl. You put it down, you sit on your fucking couch and smoke a joint. Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
you got to kind of be like, fuck. Like EPs and singles are cool, but like I want to fuck someone's world up for 35 minutes.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. But yeah, I think
Hell yeah.
we've definitely been on the road a lot this past year and then the
yeah.
first half of this year. So I think some time to really sit down with it and like like yeah, just like hammer out some of these ideas and really get them down.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm literally just having this thought right now, but like the LP1 thing like kind of like does bring me, and I think it's going to bring us into like a different space for us mentally, because I think we look at bands like Kerosene Heights and like Saturdays at Your Place and Aren't We Amphibians and stuff as like real bands. Like they're like real fucking bands that release albums and like are doing the thing. And I feel like by just dropping singles and EPs, it's been easier to like conceptualize like myself and us as like, oh yeah, we're just like that joke band
We're
that
a
like
fringe
is
band,
like
yeah.
dropping whatever songs. And so I think that like putting an LP together is really going to be an experience of like, okay, like can we do this thing that other bands seem to do? Like we're not like competing with them, or like we're not like uh
No,
really
but it's
measuring ourselves up
inspiring.
against. But can we like deliver that same experience of like this is an album that like you feel when you sit down and like just listen to it, you know?
Yeah, and to your point about like
It's like
seeing
a
our friends put out these other, their albums, like it is truly inspiring, and it, like Freddie's saying, it's not like a competition. It's the same thing that we get from like getting to play with some of these guys on these tours. Is like
Yeah.
you watch these people that like you couldn't even imagine like getting to hang out with before, and now you're sharing a stage with them, and you gotta both step up into that and respect yourself for it, but also I don't know, like pull out some stops and be a little bit more candid with how you are gonna do this. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a rising tide lifts the boats kind of thing. Like you start seeing people, yeah, like like you guys were saying with songwriting. Even it's like, well, fuck, like he's writing good songs now. Let me see if I can do that better. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
healthy competition.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's sick. Who
Yeah.
do you
I do
guys
think
think are
that
like? Keep going.
oh, sorry. Well, I was just gonna say because we've been kind of like, I feel like this has been coming up at points in the conversation, like you were saying with like, there's gonna be like more hot mulligans and stuff. I feel like this is in general just a really good time for the scene.
Yeah.
Like where there's just like, the pie is just getting bigger. Like, all these bands like are are growing, like, and the audience is growing, and like there's just so much energy and fresh ideas and stuff, and
Yeah.
like another thing that I feel like we lucked out on is like we came in at the right time because like the scene it feels like it's growing and healthy and it's gonna get even bigger. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I feel like there is this thing of like, and I feel like people in DIY get this, that there is room for everybody. Like it's like if you're freaking out about like, oh, we didn't get that like Heart Attack Man like support tour, like that's just a random example. Like Harrison Gordon is gonna like be Heart Attack Man. Like it's like all of these
Yeah.
up and coming bands are gonna like either be occupying like the same space as these more established bands, or like the more established bands are gonna go up a rung, and like
Yeah. Everyone's
Harrison
just getting
Gordon or
pushed.
Trash or Saturdays at Your Place or any of these bands will just slot right in, where they were. And so I think that, like Danny said, it is just a pie that's like, it's not like you're slicing it up more. It's like it's actually getting fucking bigger,
Mm.
you know?
It is, and
Just
I think
adding more
there's
to the
like,
pool.
it feels like a really good time in our world. What do you guys think? What needs to happen to make our scene as big as possible? Because obviously, like the way the world and culture works now, like we'll never replicate like the mainstream obnoxious phenomenon of like mall emo or something like that. But the
Yeah.
scene
Yeah.
can still grow. What do you, from the inside of it, what do you think needs to change to start seeing? I mean, not mainstream, but like a band like Saturdays, like they should be crossing into like like mainstream
Yeah.
alternative media stuff like that.
Mm,
I mean, I think one thing, so like uh I mean when we meet our fans, like I notice that there's people our age and then there's like, like young people who are like really excited about it. So I think that that's like a connection that you can make even stronger. Like, like all the stuff that we like
Yeah.
write songs about and stuff is like relatable to like a lot of people. Whether you're,
Mhm.
younger or older, whatever. Like, so I think that's kind of like I just think that making that like that's how the scene grows, is like bringing in more
Yeah.
people, and then also like people who like maybe who did listen to like Malimo back in the day are being like, oh shit, like this new stuff is like, this is exactly the kind of stuff I like
Yeah.
there's new stuff out there for me
Yes.
too. Like, so there's, like you don't have to like be appealing to just one audience. There's like a ton of people who like love this music and relate to it, and like who can be brought on board,
And I do think, to Danny's point, just to like kind of build, is like, one, the songs are both relatable and digestible. That's kind of something that we definitely have focused on, with a shorter duration to our songs. They're quick, you can take them in and enjoy them and then move on to the next thing. But like, I mean, with what you're talking about in terms of like a cultural shift, I do feel like, you know, we kind of brought up how we're coming out of COVID, and like the show going in and of itself, like Danny's saying, the amount of fans that we meet where they're like, this is our first concert, like, and they're really excited to be there, and their mom or their dads have brought them there. And like, we're also seeing, people that are maybe 10 years older than us with their kids who have, the headphones on. It's like, I think
Yeah.
culturally, it's not only just about getting people out to shows, which really seems to be working well right now, but like, I mean, listen, the generations before us are really coming in and not digging a lot of the status or the status quo or the norms, and they're doing whatever they want. And I think that's also giving this scene a lot of revival, because it's not about fitting in, and that's no longer like, I do think that's something that's culturally coming more into play. Like, it's really
Yeah.
opening the space for smaller, more fringe scenes to like be more mainstream.
Yeah, I kind of
I
agree
think
with both those points. I think that there's a factor of, like Danny said, there's a bunch of young kids that are coming out, and those young kids have friends, and they'll have little siblings. Like, some of those young kids are going to be the cool older brother that puts their
yeah.
younger sibling onto something, and they'll also start bands. And I do think that, like, people getting more engaged with attending live shows, I think, will be something that can really, bring it to the next level, because I feel like these live shows are extremely appealing. People like to put out a lot of energy. People like to move. They like to mosh. They like to stage dive safely.
See.
Yeah,
But
safely, yes.
I think that, honestly,
Meeting
one
the
of the
liability
biggest
requirements
things
of the
that
venue.
might, like, hold the emo scene back a little bit is something that I think is extremely valid, which is like the fear of labels. Because I do feel like a lot of the old industry, um, and I'm just saying this, like, I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. I feel like a lot of the old industry is trying to make like deals with bands that benefit the label so much. And I feel like bands are smarter nowadays, and they're not just signing on the dotted line and saying like, "Oh, I
Hmm.
want to be on so and so records so bad, I'll just
Yep.
take it, like, take me to
Very,
the moon." Because
very,
like,
very much.
nobody wants to. I feel like people, they know I mean, what's like the E True Hollywood Story, that was like the thing back in
Yeah.
the day or whatever. We're so fucking
Yeah.
old, it's insane.
Right.
But
Yeah. No, the behind. Yeah. It's behind the music shit. Right. Like, yeah. Like
but I feel like people are
you
like,
guys. Yeah.
yeah, like, they know the story, and they're like, I don't wanna be that person that's like super famous and broke as shit and doesn't own anything that I've ever made. And so I feel like there could be some of that, with people are just kind of rejecting the instruments that would take them to like the tippity top.
Mhm.
I do think there's like a ton of bad stuff to be said about like social media and how much it's like and streaming, and like there's plenty of bad things to say about it. But I will say that like if you just want to have a song idea and you just want to put it out there, like it's easier than ever to just like put it out there and see what people think. So I think that that also like puts a little bit more power in like the hands of the artist versus labels. Like,
Mm.
'cause if they offer you a bad deal, it's like, well, I don't need distribution, I can just put it out
You
there
don't.
and
You don't. You
see
don't
what
Yeah.
need
people think.
them. And there's not the same like they're like was it 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he's like, you put the pussy on the pedestal. It's like you guys are like you guys aren't putting like the record label on a pedestal anymore. Same like like I said, like last week I was having a meeting with a guy and he's like, the problem with all the bands you recommend to me is like they're all afraid of us. They don't like us. Like he's like, I've met with, redacted name here that I'll tell you after the air and redacted name. And like, yeah, they're not really interested. And it's like, if you're I'm 36, like I would have committed felonies to have a meeting with Fueled by Ramen or Epitaph Records or something like that. And it's like, you don't need that. I do think, like you're saying about the shows, I think there's this cool in between too, where like there's really no mainstream monoculture, but like, the Taylors and all these big artists that people are like, that naturally find the easy ones, they're priced out of that. Like like a fucking Jimmy Eat World is like $300 or something like that. So it's like, I want that experience. I can go see this band for 20. I think it's fucked up, but there needs to be more like, I think the establishment, like alternative music media favors the like poppy, very Warped Tour core bullshit.
Yes.
And I think they need to stop. If you're watching this and you do what I do, you guys need to fucking stop that shit. Seosin doesn't need any more fucking money. Like we don't need to talk about Seosin anymore. Kind of like we don't like, I don't need to see everyone else. Like I love New Found Glory. Don't get me wrong. I like New Found Glory as much as the next guy, but that's 30 years ago. Like we need to embrace the net, we need to create the next stars kind of. It's like, you need to get behind it. Like Warped Tour, like they're like,
I have like insane conspiracy theories about like all of this shit. Like essentially in my brain, the way that it works is that like the industry dumped so much money into the mall emo thing. Like with like My Chemical Romance, it like paid off, but there were like a bunch of other bands from that era that got like a 3-record deal, and like the first record like didn't do 20 million fucking sales, and they were like, wait, this fucking emo thing isn't as big as we thought it was. And like, so I think that like for a lot of those like industry people, and this is completely just guessing, I have no insight on this, I think that there could be a thing of like the only market that this really has is nostalgia for that like 2000s era, and we're not going to really look much further past that. I think that
it's a risk reward thing. We know this will pay off. This is a proven commodity, and I mean, you see with like movies and remakes, and the fact that Taylor and Drake and should have been the biggest artist for 15 years kind of thing. Like it's very risky to go, even talk about labels. Like it's not like before, like where labels would sign a band and then they'd kind of develop them for a couple of years and give you time. It's like, you need to come with something for them already. Your streams already need to be there. Like it's kind of, there needs to be a little mutual time taken, like a little like, you got to take each other out a little. You got to let the band grow, and there's that opportunity's not there. And it's like, hey, why take a chance on this? We're like, it's the same thing where it's like culture change, like same thing, like, okay, MCR, great, fucking cool, whatever. Like, put someone else in that spot, like Warped Tour, for example. Like people they're all hyped. I'm like, I think it's bullshit. Everyone already bought their tickets to this thing. It's sold out. Why are you paying All Time Low or Ronald fucking Rathke $1 million or 500,000, whatever these guys' insane payday is? The tickets already sold out. Put Esden and them boys in that spot right there, and it'll pay off for you for the next 5 fucking years, because you just helped make a star. Where it's like, these things aren't as important. Like these establishment things, but like they help credibility. You know what I mean? It's like you start seeing these things. Like, give me a photo of Saturdays playing in front of 50,000 people. That legitimizes them to a lot of you know what I mean? You look back at like photos of rock stars playing these festivals, it adds something to it.
Yeah.
Also, I do just want to say, fuck Ronnie Radke. You're an insecure fucking loser, and you're compensating so fucking hard, dude. That's all. Also, fuck All Time Low as well.
Fuck All Time Low. Fuck Ronnie Radke. Ronnie Radke followed our old TikTok before it got banned. He followed it, and there was like a 2-minute thing where it was like, do I hit him up to come on here? I'd have to lay in. It's like, and they're just like, the views aren't like, I was like, that's not the conversation I'd want. Like, I asked a few friends where I was like, is this, I don't know enough about this. Is this guy an asshole, or is he being a troll, or would this offend you? And I asked like a couple of trans friends, and they're like, that wouldn't make me very happy. And I'm like, yeah, all right.
Well, the thing is that like, for me, like, so I liked that first Escape the Fate record and shit. And like, the thing that sucks about Ronnie Radke for me is that it's like you're in this world where everybody's alternative. It's supposed to be like the different people and like the rejects or like whatever. And now you're doing all this rejection of people, and it's like, what the fuck are
Yeah.
you, like, who are you? Like, what are you supposed to be? Like, dude's just like an egomaniac, and he just has like a hate boner for trans people, and I don't like it. And yeah,
I don't think it has any
these
place in
guys
our
are
world, and I
like,
think it
why are you
scares
talking
people away.
about
No, you're fine.
No, I mean, I'm totally with you. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think that he was ever like, like in the scene for like the principles. Like, I think he just thought that long black spiked hair looked cool in
Yeah.
2005 or whatever, and was like, okay,
That's the thing too. I think
yeah,
so many bands from back then. I tell people, I'm like, the band, like, your guys' this scene is so much better now because like everyone loves it. You can tell, but back then, like, there's got to be a point, like 2004, you start seeing Fall Out Boy on your TV, like. You're like, oh shit, we're playing in an indie rock band. We need to get tighter jeans and start like, doing some
Yeah,
spins and stuff
yeah,
like that. Like drop this shit into C and do some chugging. Like it became people like bad actors. You know what I mean? And yeah, for every My
yeah,
Chem that's a great band, like there's 20 bands that were just like some boys like girls shit where it's just like, this is the
yeah,
lane we need to sneak in. And it
Yeah.
it makes this shit embarrassing, like I think that shit scares people away from emo because they think of emo, they're thinking of like Hot Topic, and it's like
yeah. Or like
that's
Machine Gun Kelly or some
Oh
shit.
God, I can't.
and
yeah,
you can just find a million clips out there of live shows where you can tell that like Ronnie and other people like that just like do not give a fuck, like they're there for the paycheck, like they,
Yeah.
like, and I think all of that comes through, like in
Well, like, and this is kind of like a pivot, but uh, like the live videos and shit and the authenticity, like I think that there is such an insane desire for that authenticity and like that real show vibe. Like I feel so bad that I'm forgetting the name of the band, but Sydney, my girlfriend, sent me a video, or no, she sent me a song, and then like a day later I saw this video with like 500,000 likes on TikTok of like this like real emo band, like with like a girl playing like trombone and stuff like that. And like it was an amazing sounding clip. The energy in the room was palpable through the phone screen, and it blew up because of that. Like, and I do
yeah.
think that there's this thing where people are seeking out something like real and like a real room of people that are full of energy, you know?
I think authenticity is a key marker for this scene, and like that's kind of the whole point of it. It's like don't be scared of what you're thinking, feeling. Like we're probably either all thinking it right now or we've thought it all on some other day too, and that's why we're here. Like that's what brings you to this place. And it's not, yeah, it's for authenticity for sure. So
Yeah.
I'm with you, man.
yeah, I still
Beautiful.
remember my first mosh pit, and I was like, this is I just this is so corny, but it was just the most incredible feeling ever because I was just
Yeah.
like you're just in this pile of people just moving all at the same rhythm, like, and it's just like it's
It's
cool
a
to be in a room full of people that like you fuck with like
What was
that.
yeah,
what was
it's
the
like the
band?
regular thing to do. You're
Yeah.
not weird for doing it.
Yeah.
What was the show? What was the first pit?
Oh.
This is not a
No, you're okay. It's a safe space here.
it's not a band I fuck with anymore. For today, they're like Christian metal.
Oh, fuck with four today, heavy.
For today,
still
I
fucks.
fucking love them.
Still
Matty Montgomery's a piece of shit. Whatever.
Yeah,
fuck him.
he's like an evangelical, like preacher type guy.
He's also a guy who's like, this music is bullshit. Like, this is all about God and Jesus and stuff, which is
Wait,
whatever.
it's Mike from Summerbruise.
Oh, Mike from Summerbruise is here, but the music is
Get
cool
in here,
too.
get in here, get in here.
What's up, fuckers?
Mike, what are you fucking doing?
What are you doing? You're in my house. I live here.
I know. I'm happy to be here. I'm gonna see all of you in like 2 months.
Hell yeah.
I will see you there. I'm gonna have a big bag of fucking weed rolled up, ready to go, Mike.
Oh boy, I love that stuff.
I'll be
right on.
ready. I'll be fucking ready.
We just got some crazy side eye from someone walking outside.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Christian metalcore band for today.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Got any notes?
I
Hey,
was
you got any
work.
thoughts on Ford today?
I've never heard for today. What do you think of them?
Yeah, I didn't grow up religious. I don't
The
fucking know
main
this
guy's a
shit.
bad hombre, but it was my first mosh pit, so that was a
Oh, I thought
yeah.
yeah.
That's how we got there.
I hear you.
I like your
Before we
phone.
wrap up, can you guys give me the most fucked up Mike Newton story?
Huh?
What's that?
Before we wrap up, I need the most fucked up deranged Mike Newton story you have, because I've heard some twisted
Whoa.
things about this man farting on people and the like.
He did show me his ass yesterday.
That's true.
That's
When
what
we
surprised
arrived.
us.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was
He dropped
cool.
trow in front of the whole street. And this is not a joke.
Decent
I don't
ass?
think the front was exposed.
No,
but
God.
the
It was
back
pretty
side
light. I don't
was.
think anyone else saw any cheek or anything.
Yeah, no.
No,
This was
just us.
this was a very private moon. This was like a very personalized.
I didn't realize there was a car behind them though when I did it.
We got a big van. We didn't do anything.
Mike's pretty normal.
Sick.
I'm just gonna say it.
I
Yeah.
like to think so.
No, this would be way easier to do if he wasn't here.
Can we show off our Papagino
yeah.
sign? Will this thing? No, we can't. The sound will
No.
be bad.
Wait, we
You still
might
make
be
it-
able to.
Do you have my keys ready?
Oh yeah.
Handy.
You have my keys.
Let me just turn off the car.
If we're ever coming to your city and you see a van with a pizza sign from Papagino's up top, that's
Those
us.
are them's, right? Them's are them's. Oh,
Well, Papagino's thievery?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Papagino. Yeah, I used to work there. I brought the roof light. I was a delivery driver, but I took the roof light with me when I quit.
Sick.
So now we have that. So you can sue my ass, Papagino's Corporation.
yeah.
Don't do that.
And that's from
Papagino's, yeah.
Daniel Ryan Yellen.
That's
If you
right.
needed to, yeah.
Yeah.
The legal name, yeah.
Yeah, what's the address, the street number, the yeah, we
It
can
has
go
the
that,
phone
yeah.
number on it. So
It does have a phone number on our, yeah. It'd be really awesome if people were calling.
That's kind of fucked up of you guys. Someone's gonna be calling that all hyped up, and yeah, you guys have
I
been
don't think that
false
was
They
open
closed
advertising.
down.
anymore.
I'd hate for that
Actually,
to be what gets you guys got.
They closed down and literally they didn't tell people. Like people showed up to their shift and there was a paper sign on the door that said we're not we're not doing it anymore. I had already quit at that point, but like they really did that to people. That was fucked up. So I'm glad I took the sign.
Yeah. Fuck Papagino's.
Sick. I'm gonna let you guys go. Before we go, do you have anything you need to tell these people on the internet that we haven't covered already?
Mostly the sign stuff. That was the main thing.
Yeah, the main thing was the pizza sign. Yeah.
I would just say like, yo, if you like write some music, fucking record yourself playing it and post it online. Like the worst that can happen is like some guy like says you suck. But like, who cares about that guy?
Yeah, that guy's
that
weird.
guy sucks.
Yeah.
That guy hasn't made anything.
The guy that
so-
says you suck, 10 times out of 10 fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Let's just
for
say,
real.
too.
Or the
And
worst.
10 times out of 10, he never has a profile photo. He never has his real name. It's always a
No.
sad fucking loser. So yeah.
And
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
like come to a DIY show. Like support your local scene, go to DIY shows cuz like on the opposite end of the spectrum from Ronnie Radke is like actual DIY shows where like if you don't feel safe anywhere else, you might feel safe at a DIY show. Like you feel
Yes.
like you belong and that like there are people like you in that crowd and that everybody's kind of like looking out for each other. And there always will be like bad actors and stuff like that, but like come out to a DIY show, see how it feels, like experience your local scene or like DIY bands that are coming through your area.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so
Thanks for
much.
having us.
Yeah, thank you so much, dude.
Yeah,
by the way.
this
really,
was fun.
really cool talking.
Appreciate the fuck out of you guys.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kid Anonymous. Check it out, you did.